How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. We got a super exciting rip today. We got Japanese OP12 Legacy of the Master. I found somebody on Facebook that lives in Japan that was willing to ship me 5 boxes for a pretty good price. If anybody's interested in picking some up for themselves, reach out to me and I can pass his information along. Shipping was pretty quick. Only took, I think, a little less than a week to come in. What I'm going to try to do is post or put on the screen some of the bigger chase cards from this set. This, I think, was what most people thought was going to be a dud in between OP11 and OP13. However, we've seen product from Japan being opened and we got all the pre-release information, and there's some amazing cards in this set. And just a recap, Japanese products, they have guaranteed 1 hit, potential for 2. This is the first time me really being able to see these cards, so it might take me a little bit longer on some of them. This Zoro card is really cool. It's a cool young Buggy and Shanks, another Zoro, and an event card. I've been following the meta, the TCG meta, since OP12 is released in Japan and it's not released in the States yet. You kind of get a look into the future on what some of the best, there's a Zoro leader card, what some of the best play sets are. And the green Zoro that comes out of this deck is seeing a lot of action right now. In the alternate art leader, there's several Zoro cards. There's an alternate art event Zoro card, the alt art leader Zoro, which is why I had to pick up some of these boxes, because Zoro's my main chase right now. I'm only 100 and it's a cool event card. About 170 episodes into the series, so it's not that far comparatively. Haven't been introduced to that many characters, but as of now, Zoro is probably my favorite. I also like collecting, well, most of the Straw Hat crew. Haven't been introduced to Yamato yet, but I love a lot of her card art, so I tend to collect a lot of Yamato as well. It's a cool card. Once we start seeing duplicates, I might go a little bit quicker, but bear with me. Like I said, I haven't seen, there's a Sanji leader, another event. Haven't seen a lot of these cards outside of the main chase hits, so I want to appreciate them before I just start. I love this Zoro card, just start ripping them. So this is the event, the Zoro event card that has an alternate art that is amazing. I'll throw it up on the screen. It's definitely one of my chase cards for the set. That's a cool Jinbei. That blue really pops. I'm not sure if all 5 of these boxes came from the same case. I didn't, Kuzan leader, I didn't ask if they all came from the same case or not. So it's hard to say if, I have 5 boxes, so if I pull something huge, whether or not I'd be able to get anything within the, there's our first Don, whether or not I'd be able to pull anything in the remaining boxes. I could ask, but I'll just leave it up surprise, because I don't want to, I'm not going to end up selling them. I'm going to rip them all. So whether I know or not, there's a cool buggy card. Rosinante. I'd rather just not know and have the possibility. There's our first SR. That's a really nice looking SR. For a second I thought it was an alt art because it really goes over the edges of the border detail. Nico Robin alternate art in this set is pretty cool as well. It's a nice SR though. I can never remember the hit rates in Japanese product. There's Silver Israeli leader. Detail on these cards is really nice. I want to say there's 3 SR. I'm not sure how many leaders we've even pulled so far, 3 or 4. There's probably a couple more leader packs, a couple more SRs, and at least 1 hit. There's the Boa SR. It's another, I don't know, people seem to like this card. It's the perspective on it is really weird. I'm kind of mixed on it. But most Boa cards are decent to collect, even if they're not prominent in the meta. People like collecting Boa, so it's a nice one to get. Another Zoro event. All right, we're coming down to it. Only like 6 more packs. I expect at least 1 more leader, 1 more SR, 1 more, well, 1 hit at least. There we go, SEC Bonnie. In this set you have the SEC Bonnie, you have an alt SEC, and Bonnie's the manga in this set. And you also have 1 other SEC, Kuma, I think. I know I've opened other product from Japan, and pulling an SEC doesn't really imply anything. I've pulled where it's just the only hit in the box, and also where it's a second hit. So we have, I think, 4 more after this pack. But I believe if we were going to get a second hit, it would need to be an alt art leader. There's our, I think, last SR. That's a really cool card. Nice. All right. Oh, there's a new Shanks card. Another, the other card with young Buggy and Shanks, almost from a different angle, similar scene. It's a cool Law. Oh, an SR. Maybe there's 4 SR. All right, 3 more. Sabo. I think we still have 1 more leader. We got the Don already. I think you only get 1 Don per box. The Shanks. All right, last pack. And Tashigi. Nice. Tashigi is another one of the characters that I tend to collect. A lot of people that have to do with swords. All right, let's go through the quick recap and then we'll go into the next box. We got SR, we got 4 SRs. This Nico Robin might be my favorite of the SRs. And then the 1 hit of the box, SEC Jewelry Bonnie. Plenty of pizza, chicken. Pretty cool card. All right, let's go through box number 2 quick. Let's We've seen a lot of the cards. I'll try to go a little bit quicker. Rosinante. Unfortunately, most of my chase cards are SPs, and they only come a couple. There's Zoro Leader, a couple per case. And the alt art leaders aren't incredibly common. I think maybe one in every three boxes or so. So I don't expect to get a two-hitter, but it's always nice when you do. If I don't, I would like to get one of the alt art events. Sanji and Zoro, those are the two alt art events. They've done those in the last couple sets. They're expanding the design on those to where now they're adding some color. So I believe the Sanji has blue highlights and the Zoro has green. I hope I pull one just so you can see one in person because they look so good. That was Nante Leader, another Shigi. As long as we don't pull another SEC Bonnie, I'll be happy. For some variety. Oh, there's a Reiju SR. Get some variety in the SRs. With it being a Japanese set, most likely not going to resell it because it doesn't hold much resale value. So buying the Japanese sets, and here's the event, the Sanji event. The alternate art is borderless, and it's, people call them manga-esque. But with Japanese sets, I open them just one because I like to open cards, and two, I like to get as many of the arts as I can without breaking the bank. I think these boxes were just under 40 shipped. I think they'd be 35 if you got them in Japan. This feels like the Don. Feels like there's an extra card in here. Nope. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, there's another Boa SR. Two more SRs, at least one more hit. Event card. I'm curious. At the beginning of the video, I think I'm going to try to put some of my top chase cards, some of the cool cards in the set. I'm curious how much you guys are looking forward to OP12, what your specific chase cards are. In OP11, they had the anniversary Luffy. That's crazy expensive. The gold and silver worth about 1,000 and 2,500 respectively. There's the Zoro event card again. In this set, they did a similar gold, silver anniversary with Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard. Wow, that's a very vibrant, that's a nice card. Shirahoshi, very vibrant SR. It's a nice one. I'm curious if they're just going to be going through the 4 Emperors for those anniversary cards. The next set to release is PRB02, I believe, in Japan, and I actually have some of that being shipped to me as well. That comes out in late July, I believe. And then we have OP13, which is centered around the 3 brothers. It's an anniversary set. I'm not sure if they would do another Emperor in that set for the anniversary card at SP. I know people are nice. This is one of my top, at least in the alternate art space, Kuzan usually has, it seems really busy. It doesn't seem that bad in person. It's very cool. Kuzan always has awesome arts. So anytime I pull Kuzans, I'm happy. That's a nice one. Another event. I think we still have, we have 5 packs left. We probably have at least 2 more leader packs. 1 more SR. And if we're lucky, we can get an alt-art leader. Another Jinbei. It's not looking good since we haven't pulled another leader, unless I just have forgotten how many I've pulled in this box already. Because we need at least 1 more SR. I think we need at least 1 more leader. There's 1 leader, Zoro event. Let's go with the bottom one first. Hopefully it's an SR, and then the last pack will be up for grabs on what it is. Nope, leader. So unfortunately, we're going to get 2 one-hit boxes. No alt-art. No alt-art leader. But I did get one of the... Oh, not even SR. Maybe I must have missed one. Because I think in the last box, I got 4 SRs and a hit. So I must have missed it. I'll go through and see where it is. Not right now, but we got a Shirahoshi in this box SR. That one's really nice, really vibrant. Another Boa, and then a Reiju. And a hit for this box, which is really nice. I love this card. Kuzan, alternate art. All right, that's it for today. I do have 3 more of these boxes. I'll hope to be opening them up in the next few days. I'll see you guys in the next one.